Hey everybody. Today I'm continuing my work on my Hollywood spread for the book, and right now I'm focusing on the backstage dressing room scene. Honestly, this has become one of my favorite pages because it feels busy and alive. I didn't want Hollywood to just be red carpets and celebrities posing for cameras. I wanted to show the side that people normally don't think about, the backstage chaos before filming starts. So, the whole goal here is making you feel like you accidentally walked into a dressing room while everybody is preparing for the camera. Over here we have Margaret. Margaret is wearing a partially completed costume for a romance film. I wanted this outfit to feel dramatic and elegant, kind of inspired by historical romance movies and fantasy costumes. The green and white colors help her stand out immediately from the room too. One thing I really wanted to show was that the costume isn't finished yet. You can see the lacing and adjustments being worked on, and I think that helps the dressing room feel authentic instead of overly polished. And then behind Margaret is Sadie, the seamstress. Sadie is honestly became one of my favorite characters in this scene because she makes everything feel believable. Without her, it would just feel like actresses standing around looking glamorous. She's dressed very casually compared to Margaret. Black t-shirt, acid wash jeans, sneakers, headset, sewing tools. I wanted her to feel like a actual backstage worker trying to keep everything running smoothly before the filming starts. I also like the contrast between Sadie's modern practical outfit and Margaret's fantasy style costume. That contrast instantly helps sell the movie production feeling. And if you look closely, Margaret has this surprised expression because Sadie accidentally poked her with a sewing needle while adjusting the dress. That honestly wasn't fully planned at first, but I ended up really liking it because it made the scene feel human and imperfect instead of stiff and posed. And over here, we have Olivia. Olivia's side of the room has a completely different energy compared to Margaret's side. Margaret's area feels hectic and active, while Olivia's side feels calmer and more glamorous. She's sitting at a vanity in a pink silk robe, talking on the phone while getting ready for before filming. And at this point, she's probably been on the phone for like 30 minutes. Meanwhile, everybody else is trying to work around her. I honestly think that detail makes the scene feel more realistic because dressing rooms are never per- perfectly organized or synchronized. Is always distracted, running late, talking too long, or multitasking. I gave Olivia dark, soft curls because I want her silhouette to feel softer and more classic Hollywood compared to Margaret's braid and Sadie's messy bun. The vanity area itself was really fun to build because I got to add all the little backstage objects brushes, palettes, lipstick, tissues, clutter everywhere. I also added wigs, costume racks, slippers, hanging outfits, handwritten notes, and random little objects hanging around the room because I'm trying to improve at environmental storytelling. For a long time, I mostly focused on drawing characters by themselves, but lately, I've been trying to make rooms feel lived into. I've been asking myself, what would realistically be here? What are the characters doing? What happened 5 minutes before this moment? What's about to happen next? That kind of thinking really helps scenes feel more alive. I added the bonsai plant in the corner of the room because it felt too boxy and rigid before. The plant helps soften the environment and gives the eye something organic to rest on. And honestly, recording my drawing sessions for YouTube helped me notice weaknesses in my artwork a lot more. When you're when you sit there watching your own process for hours, you start noticing things like empty spaces, awkward composition, missing props, flat lighting. So even though recording can feel stressful sometimes, I think it's helping me improve. I'll also be honest about something. Ever since I started uploading videos, I've become nervous sometimes about references and inspiration because online people can be very harsh towards artists. Sometimes it feels like there's pressure to create everything perfectly from imagination with zero help. And honestly, that's not really how art works most of the time. Movies use references, animators use references, comic artists use references, and artists use references. For me, the important thing in building something original and storytelling is atmosphere. Even if inspiration exists somewhere, this still became my version of a Hollywood backstage scene. My characters, my composition, my interactions, my environment, my storytelling. And I think that's what matters most. I also still have these empty sections down here I'm planning to work on later. One side is going to show voice actors recording lines in a sound booth because I wanted to include different parts of the entertainment industry, not just on camera acting. And on the other side is going to show movie tricks used to make actors cry, like onions and tear juice. I thought that would fit the whole behind the scenes Hollywood idea pretty well, and also add a little humor to it. Overall, I really wanted this page to show that movies are made by huge teams of people: actresses, costume workers, backstage crews, voice actors, makeup artists, and everybody working together. That's really what Hollywood is underneath all the glamour. Anyways, that's the progress so far. Thank you for watching, and I'll keep working on the Hollywood section in the next session. One state at a time, I'm drawing America the way it deserves to be remembered.